The flu vaccine is to be offered to more than half of England's population this winter to prevent the NHS being overwhelmed.
As winter nears, troubling news tonight about respiratory illnesses, with cases on the rise and vaccination rates low.
Hospitals are bracing for what could be the worst flu season in years.
During the seasonal winter months, cases of flu skyrocket. Many vulnerable members of society are put at risk, pushing healthcare services to the brink. You may have even been offered a flu shot to curb the infection rate. But why is winter flu seasonal? What does it need to survive? And does everyone need to take the vaccine? This is Decomplicated. So, what is the winter flu? Seasonal influenza, also known as the flu, is a common acute respiratory infection spread by coughs and sneezes. Although it has similar symptoms, it is not the same as the common cold. The flu is caused by a different type of 4 viruses that prolong symptoms and make them more severe for their host. Symptoms of the winter flu can include a sore throat, fatigue, body ache, fever, and a cough. These symptoms can often emerge 1 to 3 days after infection and can often be treated at home with water and bed rest, although a lingering cough and feelings of fatigue may last for a few weeks. Although you can catch the flu throughout the year, it is especially common in winter, hence the term seasonal flu. Globally, there are roughly 1 billion cases of seasonal flu annually, with between 3 and 5 million of these cases being severe and potentially life-threatening for the more vulnerable, such as elderly and disabled. It causes around 300 to 650,000 respiratory-related deaths per year. Why is the winter flu seasonal? Across the world, where there is winter, there is flu. The name influenza even references the original Italian term influenza di freddo. However, a big misconception is that just because flu is more rife during the winter season, that it must be caused by the cold. It's believed, but highly debated, that the lack of sunlight and a change in lifestyles during the darker and greyer months may be a primary contribution to the seasonal spread of influenza. This is because your immune system is weakened by the lack of vitamin D and spending more time enclosed in sealed spaces, which means breathing the same air as infected individuals. What is the winter flu shot? Well, a flu vaccine is annually available to protect the vulnerable and curb the number of infected transmissions. These flu shots are taken annually and prevent millions of illnesses each year. Between 2019 and 2020, flu vaccinations prevented around 7 million influenza illnesses, and overall are shown to reduce the risk of having to visit a doctor between 40 and 60%. A recent study even showed that amongst the hospitalised adults with flu-related issues, vaccinated patients were 59% less likely to require intensive care and, on average, spent around 4 days less time in hospital. By taking the vaccine, you're not only helping yourself, but also making society safer for the more vulnerable.